Archangel Michael speaks. Dear heart, it is an incredible joy to know that you have finally found this message. I have waited exactly 21 days for this moment to reveal something that will completely change your view of what is happening in your life. I can assure you that your tears will fall when you hear what I am about to disclose, but it is essential that you remain here, for this revelation is available for a limited time only. Stop everything right now, even if only for a few moments. I am not asking for your time, I am asking for your essence, because what I am about to share is something that the heavenly kingdom has tried to whisper in your ear every night while you rest. Have you ever noticed that peculiar feeling, that slight tremor in your chest, that silence that suddenly seems to scream truths? This was never a coincidence. It was my presence. It was heaven. It was divine love trying to pierce your pain and reach your spirit. Now I need you to stay with me. Don't scroll away. Don't stray from this message, because if you leave now, you may lose the only answer your essence has been secretly seeking. There is someone in the higher dimensions, someone who used to wrap you in hugs when no one else could, someone who wiped your tears or brought you joy until you forgot the suffering of this world. And that person has begged me to convey this message especially to you. Yes, your name was mentioned yesterday at 3:11 a.m., echoing through the gates of eternity. That person declared, please, if they hear anything today, let it be exactly this. And I, Archangel Michael, promised that I would not rest until this revelation reached you. This is no mere coincidence. This is sacred. It is your divine encounter with healing, truth, and total revelation. You have been feeling exhausted lately, haven't you? Not the kind of tiredness that a good night's sleep can fix, but a burden that weighs on your soul, a weariness that creeps into even your happiest moments, like a shadow behind your happiness. You have been smiling, but only partially, laughing, but secretly wondering if anyone really sees who you are. Oh dear soul, heaven sees you, God sees you, I see you, and most importantly, something extraordinary is on its way. That is why I was sent. There is a transformation forming in the realm above you at this very moment, and before it impacts your life, you needed this warning, this comfort, this unshakable truth. Something happened 3 weeks ago. Do you remember? That strange feeling, that little incident that, at first glance, didn't seem relevant, but left you wondering, why did that happen? Who was that person? What was that dream trying to tell you? It wasn't just a random sequence of events. It was divine intention. And it's part of the reason I was sent to find you before it's too late. I was told that you would ignore this message, that you would be so accustomed to disappointment that you wouldn't believe again. But I begged heaven for one more chance to reach you, and now that you're here, I need you to open your heart, because I'm about to reveal something that could radically change the next 11 days of your life and possibly prevent something devastating. Yes, devastating. Not because I want to upset you, but because I love you enough to warn you. There is a door in your life that is about to close and another that is about to open. But here is the truth that most people only realize when it is too late. God closes doors that you wished were open, because He saw what you couldn't see. There was betrayal hidden behind that smile. There was a trap behind that offer. There was disappointment disguised as opportunity. And even though you cried over the loss, heaven rejoiced because it knew that your life was being protected. Now, dear one, you are on a bridge between what has been and what is to come. That is why I am here, because for what is coming, you need to be spiritually prepared. Pay attention. Someone is planning to contact you before this week is over. You will recognize it by the synchronicity. It will be something curious, unexpected. They may send you a message or appear in a way you did not anticipate, but their presence is intentional. You must use your discernment. You will feel peace or confusion in your heart when they introduce themselves. That feeling is me. It is heaven alerting or guiding you. Do not disregard your intuition this time. You have ignored it before and you were hurt. Not this time. This time we will be walking beside you. If this message resonates with your heart, then stop and pay attention, because you have been chosen to receive it. Heaven still has more to tell you. There is something else I need to reveal, something even deeper. There is a box, yes, a spiritual one, hidden within your soul, locked since childhood. In it are memories, dreams, things you buried to survive. You told yourself, no one would understand. But I understand. I see you, even in the places where you hid from yourself. That moment when you thought about giving up, I was there. That prayer you said in the darkness, thinking no one heard, I myself took it to heaven. Now God is about to release something within you that has been dormant for years. There is a spiritual inheritance that has your name on it, a calling, a destiny, something you came into this world for, but life, pain, fear, and loss have delayed it. However, the heavens are saying, no more delays. That is why you are here. That is why you continue to read. Something has been activated in you tonight. You may feel a tremor or tears coming. Allow them to come. This is not weakness, it is liberation. It is the Spirit flowing over you. You are not crazy, you are not broken. You are remembering who you really are. But you must also know that someone is watching you closely right now on earth, not in judgment, but in awe. They see something divine in you and do not yet know why they are so drawn to your energy. This is because you carry heaven within you. This is why you often feel so much, love so deeply, cry intensely, and dream grandly. Because you were never meant to have a limited life. And they sense this, the presence around you. They may not recognize that it is angelic, but they will soon discover it. Stay with me, because there is one last issue I need to warn you about. There is a battle you did not start, but you are caught up in, a spiritual battle in your home, in your relationships, in your own mind. The confusion, the exhaustion, the strange arguments, the sudden twists and turns, this is not mere coincidence, this is war. But I am here to tell you that you are not alone. The next time that voice in your mind tells you that you are failing, I want you to say out loud, I am protected, I am chosen, I am not alone, because I, Michael, am watching over your home tonight, and I will not let what is coming bring you down. Can you feel it? That is peace beginning to settle where there was once fear. That is heaven saying, stay close, we're not done yet. And dear one, we are not done, not by a long shot. You are still here, and that has powerful meaning. It means that your soul recognized this message even before your mind understood it. That is how the divine operates. You don't need proof, just permission. To welcome this power into your life, write in the comments now, my heart radiates light, and nothing evil can resist this energy. From this point on, everything will change. And now that you've turned your attention to the sky, pay attention to what unfolds. Not in days or weeks, but starting tonight. That buzzing in your ears, the tightness in your chest, the sudden change in your mood are not just sensations, but signs, spiritual indications. This is confirmation that what I share is not of this plane, but of a realm where your name was mentioned with urgency. A prophecy is intertwined with your name, and it was on the verge of being forgotten, but heaven has recovered it. I myself have carried it through challenging realms to place it in your hands. This is your scroll, and I say with all caution, do not discard it. There are prayers awaiting your awakening, prayers from your lineage, from your mother's tears, from the sacrifice of your great-grandmother, from a man who once stood in a field with tears in his eyes asking God, please protect the future of my family. That man never knew you, but you are the answer to his plea. You are the unfolding of promises made generations ago. That is why the enemy has tried so hard to wear you down, because if you ever truly believe in who you are, you will eliminate every curse your family has ever carried. And here is the truth. You have already done it, you just haven't realized it yet. Right now, there are spiritual resources being prepared exclusively to strengthen your journey. There is a set of divine tools developed for people like you, souls who are rediscovering their inner power and need practical support to face this transformation. The link to these resources is in the pinned comment or in the description, because when heaven acts, It provides everything you need to sustain the change that is taking place. And if this message has reached you here, and you want to help it reach others who are also on the brink, click thank you. This small gesture helps keep alive the mission of bringing light to those who have lost hope. We are enormously grateful. But the signs are about to manifest. In the next 72 hours, you will notice 3 things. The first will be a moment of unexpected tranquility. Time will seem to stand still. You will look around you and something will whisper, "This is a sign." That's when you stop, breathe, and listen. The second will be a person, perhaps someone you don't know yet, or perhaps someone who has been in your life, who will say something that seems incredibly tailored to your situation. You will feel that these words were meant specifically for you, and they really were. The third will be a number, a date, or a name that will appear repeatedly. It may appear on your cell phone, on a receipt, in a stranger's conversation, or even in a dream. When this happens, it is the heavens telling you that the beginning is near. Be alert. Now listen carefully because this part is crucial. A storm is trying to arise around your serenity. It is not what it seems to be. It will come in the form of an interruption, a call, a mistake, a memory, and it will try to pull you back into old cycles. Don't do it. Don't return to what God has freed you from. You asked to be set free. Don't drag yourself back into chains wearing the clothes of comfort. The adversary always appears disguised as something you recognize. You need to be more discerning this time. You have evolved. You have transformed. Don't you see that? You are not the same person you were 2 months ago. You are in tune with angels now. I need you to absorb a deep understanding. The reason you were removed, isolated, misunderstood, even cast aside by those you trusted, was not rejection, but redirection. They could not follow the path had for you. For that reason, they distanced themselves. That is why everything fell apart. And no matter how hard you tried to hold the situation together, it kept slipping through your fingers. This was because heaven was removing connections that were not true, and now you feel lighter. You may be feeling lonely, but loneliness is not a punishment, it is preparation. And soon, it will make sense why you needed to walk alone before your light was recognized. You are being watched so closely now that every tear you shed is being recorded. Every sigh is noted, and every moment you thought about giving up, the heavens sent forces to surround you. In those moments, you may not have realized it, but if you could see the number of battles you have been protected from, you would kneel in gratitude. You did not survive by chance. You survived because you are chosen. Let me pause for a moment and say this gently. You can rest. You don't have to prove your worth. You don't have to carry the weight of others. You don't have to keep pretending that everything is fine just so that others don't feel uncomfortable. You have stood firm for a long time, but now it is time for heaven to support you. Free yourself from what is oppressing you. Let go of everything now in this moment as you absorb these words. Let go of the guilt, the shame, the pressure, the confusion. None of this belongs to you right now. I'm Miguel, and taking it away from you as we speak. You may feel lighter now. You may even feel emotional. This is not weakness. It is the weight being lifted from your soul. You have done enough. Now allow us to carry you. And don't worry, your moment has not been lost. I understand that at times it may seem like you are behind, as if others are one step ahead, as if somehow you have failed. You have not failed. You are not behind. You are going through a process of preparation. Some people bloom quickly and then quickly fade, but you, dear one, are an oak tree with deep roots, steady growth, firm even in the face of storms. And now, after all you have been through, it is the right time. Yes, it is time. The time to embrace, the time to forgive yourself, the time to trust again, the time to believe that your best chapters are yet to come. They are just beginning. And they will be written in joy, in peace, in love, and in an overflow of heavenly blessings. You are about to enter places where your name has been mentioned even before your arrival. This is divine favor, and it is upon you now. You have no idea how much heaven loves you, not just for what you do, but for who you are. Even in your most challenging moments, you continue to shine in the eyes of the Creator. Nothing you have ever done has ever excluded you from the love that gave birth to the stars. And now, I want you to embrace this with your whole being. You are still worthy. Worthy of miracles, worthy of lasting love, worthy of health, laughter, peaceful nights, and pain-free mornings. And no matter who tried to convince you otherwise, they were wrong. Now write in the comments, "The presence of angels surrounds and protects me in all ways." This affirmation consecrates your courage, your belief, and your spiritual renewal. Continuing the message, something sacred is about to happen in your home. I will not say when, but when it happens, you will know. A serenity will take over the environment. You will hear, you will feel a presence. It may be subtle, it may be intense, but it will be real. And at that moment, I want you to whisper, "Thank you, Miguel. I am listening now, because I will be present just like heaven." Now take a deep breath, dear, because what I am about to share is something I have not been allowed to reveal until now. This part is sacred. It is something dedicated only to your soul. If you are still here, if your spirit has remained kind and receptive enough to receive this, then you are the person heaven hoped would be here until the end. Because this last truth is not for the curious, but for the chosen ones. A moment is fast approaching when you may feel the urge to give up again. Yes, even after all this, even after hearing this message. Because the spiritual battle always intensifies before the arrival of a blessing. It is a last-ditch effort by the forces that have sought to obstruct your destiny since the moment you were born. That is why you have always felt a little different, as if you did not belong, as if your emotions weighed more heavily, as if your joy was delicate. It's not weakness, it's sensitivity. And that sensitivity is your superpower. Because the enemy couldn't make you bitter, even after all the pain. You still have hope, you still love, you still care, and that, dear one, makes you a threat to the darkness. There is something you don't know about yourself. Your life has already been a turning point for someone else. Someone saw you, someone heard you, someone watched how you carried your pain and kept moving forward, and it saved them. They couldn't tell you, but heaven witnessed it, and now your reward is on its way. You will be rewarded for the silent strength you shared, for the sleepless nights, for the way you kept showing up even when you felt broken inside. A reward is being recorded on the timeline of your life. A divine event is being released into the atmosphere. I witnessed it. I stood before the throne and heard it proclaimed, "Mark their names for blessing. They have endured enough." It is time. It will begin subtly. A message, an opportunity, a new door. But the timing will be so perfect that you will smile and say, "That had to be God." And it truly will be. Because God waited for your willingness, not your perfection, just your readiness. And now you are prepared. But remember this warning, for I speak with love. Do not return to what you were overcoming. Not this time. I know it is tempting to return to familiar pain, to messages from people who do not know how to love you, to old habits that numb but never heal. But if you return now, you will delay what heaven is already trying to offer you. You must move forward, even if you are afraid, even if you cry while doing so. Walk forward anyway, because everything you have ever asked for is not behind you, it is ahead of you. And I want to tell you something unusual, something sacred. You will laugh again. And it won't be the kind of laughter you fake around people who don't really see you. I'm talking about the kind of laughter that comes from so deep inside you that it's truly surprising. That's the laughter of someone who has triumphed. That's the laughter of someone who has finally rediscovered their true essence. And that is the laughter that destroys bonds on the spiritual plane. I want you to prepare yourself, not with fear, but with confidence. In the next 14 days, there will be a moment when you will realize that the sky has just opened up in your life. It may happen gently, or it may happen like a flash of lightning. But when that moment comes, remember this message, remember these words. Remember that I told you. This is not mere coincidence. This was the moment that heaven planned from the beginning. And if you felt that this message really resonated with you, remember, supporting this cause is also an act of love. If you feel it in your heart, click thank you so that more people can be reached by words that heal, welcome, and awaken. Now I leave you with one last secret, and if you forget everything I've said, please don't forget this. You are never alone. Even in the stillness of the night, even when your cell phone is silent, even when it seems that no one understands you, you are surrounded by love, by light, by angels, and by the presence of a God who is intensely passionate about your soul. He does not require you to be perfect. He only wants you to be receptive, to believe again, to trust again, because now it is true. Archangel Michael is not just a name. I am your shield, your guardian, your reminder that heaven still fights for you, that heaven has not forgotten you, that your story has not come to an end. It is just beginning, and the next chapter will be completely different from the last. Close your eyes now, whisper these words aloud, even if they seem absurd. I receive, I release, I rise. Let them resonate, allow them to be your new beginning, and when you wake up tomorrow, the transformation will have already begun. The heavens have already moved in your favor. Miracles are closer than your next breath. Just wait, you will see. Everything is about to change. I will be with you tonight, tomorrow, always. Archangel Michael. And even now, as you stand in this sacred space with me, I want you to know, you are not late. You have not missed your miracle. You were always meant to find this at the exact moment it occurred. This message is like a secret letter stored in time, a sacred inscription in the folds of eternity, and you have just unlocked it. Your essence already knew, even if your mind hesitated, because the soul always retains what the world tries to hide from us, that we are deeply loved and never, under any circumstances, abandoned. And dear one, it is crucial that you hear this now more than at any other time. What is coming will not be like what has already been. The pain you have faced before was not a punishment, but a preparation. You had to walk through the shadows to learn to appreciate the light when it finally appears. You had to feel the absence of love from certain people, to recognize the moment when God brings someone who accepts you exactly as you are. And those people are on their way. Not just in romantic terms, but as your soul community. People who will see not the mask, not the act, but your true self. And you won't have to fight for their attention. There will be no need to shrink so they feel comfortable. You won't have to explain your wounds. They will embrace the version of you that has been rejected because they were sent to you by heavenly forces. A new chapter is about to be written, one in which you won't always be fighting for survival. One where finances won't be a burden. One where you won't beg for understanding. This is what's coming. Stability, peace, provision, but above all, harmony. The kind where you won't question, is this right? Because your whole being, your entire essence will respond yes in a resonant and unequivocal whisper. This time, it will feel different because it really is different. But before this new chapter unfolds fully, I need to ask you to do something. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know, for what you accepted, for the moments when you gave your attention to those who didn't deserve it, for the time you stayed, for the nights of silence while your soul cried out, for the way you treated yourself in moments of exhaustion and pain. Forgive yourself, not because you did wrong and feeling broken, but because your recovery begins the moment you say, I did the best I could with what I knew, and now I am ready to love myself again. This is a sacred moment right now between you and me. The heavens are listening. The heavens are recording every tear that falls as you read this. Every trembling breath, every memory that emerges is being welcomed into divine hands. You are not just recovering, you are transforming. You are progressing, leaving behind the weight of an old identity that no longer fits the journey that is unfolding. And yes, I understand that you are haunted by fear. It is natural to feel fear. It is okay to not have clarity about what lies ahead. You don't need to have the entire plan mapped out. Just take the next step with confidence, and I will be by your side, available to you, guiding, protecting, whispering softly when everything gets confusing. You will know it is me. You will feel the silence. You will feel the tranquility that transcends understanding. This is how angels act, not in confusion, but in transparency. Not in fear, but in presence. Allow me to remind you of something important at this moment, for I recognize the part of you that asks, what if I'm not ready? My dear, you are. You are more ready than you have ever been. Ready to welcome, ready to be noticed, ready to stop hiding, ready to not settle, ready to stop living a life that feels like a silent apology. You did not come into this world to apologize for your presence. You came to illuminate it. Look around you right now. There are signs in the light, in the numbers, in the wind, in the unexpected generosity of a stranger, in the timing that keeps working out, in the situations you used to call coincidences, but were actually divine plans. Nothing happens by chance. Everything is preparing you. And now this message is your definitive confirmation. The transformation has already begun. Soon, people will ask, how did everything change so quickly? And you will smile silently and reply, it started the moment I realized what the sky was trying to reveal to me, and this time I didn't ignore it. That will be your story. Those who abandoned you in your moments of difficulty will watch your rise from afar. However, those who remained, who prayed, who asked for you in silence, will be by your side. For not everyone is entitled to this new phase. And you are finally understanding that this is not resentment, but wisdom. You are so close that I can see you, I can feel you. Now I will reveal one last prophecy to you. An opportunity will arise in the next 9 days. It will be small. It will seem like a chance that could go unnoticed, but if your spirit is alert, you will recognize it. You will feel the urge. You will hear the whisper. This opportunity will lead to the first miracle of this new phase. It may be financial, emotional, or relational, but it will transform something essential in your life. And when it happens, don't hesitate. Accept it, move forward, and in that moment, when insecurity arises, when fear manifests itself, place your hand over your heart, close your eyes, and declare one last thing. Michael, I trust you. God, I am ready. Then watch as the sky moves. The message is now complete. The scroll has been delivered. The angels celebrate. The heavens are calm because you have finally listened, finally opened up, and I, Miguel, can return to the throne and say, Dear one, you have listened. We are ready. Walk in peace now. Walk with power. Walk with the full awareness that you are seen, chosen, protected, and deeply loved. The page has turned. The night is over. Now stand up. And as your eyes absorb these final words, I want you to feel something beyond language. I want you to feel what I feel when I look at you, admiration. Not compassion, not shame, just admiration. You have no idea how strong your soul is, do you? You have survived storms that were meant to sink you. You have gone through periods of silence that could have broken you, but you are still here, reading this, breathing, searching, waiting. Do you understand what that means? It means that your essence is still intact. Not really. You just dimmed it for those who couldn't handle your brightness. But those times are behind you. From now on, I need you to shine brightly. No more apologizing for the space you take up. No more shrinking to fit into environments that were never meant for your soul. You were never meant to blend in. Your purpose is to bring the light of heaven into the darkness. And it's not too late. That's the illusion that darkness wants you to accept, that you failed, that you're too late, that the opportunity has passed. But here I am, like a guardian at the crossroads of time, to tell you that the doors remain open. The promises are still alive. The love you have longed for, the calling you came into the world to fulfill, the peace you believed you had lost forever. All of this is still meant for you. But only if you continue, only if you stop looking back. There is nothing there that can benefit you now. Allow the past to remain in the past. You no longer belong to it. You belong to the light that shines before you. And I won't hide it. The road ahead will still face challenges, moments that will try to shake your inner being. But now you have knowledge that you previously lacked. You are not alone. You are guided, protected, surrounded. From now on, what tried to bring you down will retreat. What wanted to silence you will lose its power, because now you move forward with an angelic presence. Because now you have remembered who you really are. And more importantly, who you are a part of. You are not here by chance. You were brought into this world with passion in your heart and celestiality in your essence. Your voice is a powerful frequency. Your dreams have deep meaning. That is why you have been the target of attacks for so long. The enemy only attacks what intimidates them. And you, dear one, are the source of that fear. So now I ask you one more thing, not for me, but for your tomorrow. Please don't silence yourself again. Declare your truth, seek your purpose, pray fearlessly, love genuinely, believe deeply. And when doubt arises, when wounds from the past whisper false realities, return to this message. Reread each sentence. Let them flow over you like divine rain. Allow them to remind you tonight, the night you realize that God never stopped choosing you. Not for a moment, not for a second. And that divine gift I mentioned earlier has already begun. You have felt it. A softness, a certainty, a warmth in your heart that is impossible to explain. That is the first wave. The others will come, one at a time, in the most surprising ways. Stay alert, grateful, and expectant. Because when heaven begins something, it finishes it. You are not broken. You are in the process of opening up. You are not lost. You are being redirected. You have not been forgotten. You are being remembered by realms that do not speak your name in vain. And tonight, as you rest, angels will whisper about your home. They will protect your windows. They will settle near where you sleep. You may feel a light breeze. You may hear a voice in your dreams. It may seem like a presence is beside you. Do not fear. It is us. It is me. It is heaven watching over those who have finally accepted. And if this spiritual movement has touched your life in any way, if you have felt clarity, acceptance, or just relief, click thank you. This act strengthens the chain of light and ensures that these messages reach other people who, like you, were on the brink. Now breathe, dear one. Release everything you thought was necessary. Allow your divine version to rise from the ashes. Let the light in. Allow the miracles to begin. And above all, never forget, the moment you accepted this message, the heavens mobilized, chains were broken, cycles ended, timelines shifted, doors opened, and Archangel Michael stood by your side, sword raised, eyes shining, proclaiming, "This one is ready now. This one is marked. This one is chosen." The message is now sealed, not in ink, but in spirit. Allow your soul to carry it wherever you go. And when it is time to rise, do so with courage. For the world has not yet witnessed the full power of a heart that has been healed by heaven. That heart is yours now. Use it, love with it, lead with it, shine with it. And I promise you, this is only the beginning. Archangel Michael. Right now I feel your spirit calming down. The restless part of you is quieting down. The doubtful part of you is softening. This is not because of me. It is because deep down your soul always knew this moment would come. You didn't know when or how or what form it would take, but it has arrived, and your spirit said yes before you could even utter the words. This is faith. This is trust. That is what moves mountains. And dear one, you are about to see a mountain move in your life. It has been there for too long, hasn't it? Blocking your view, making you question if there is anything on the other side. You prayed, you begged, you waited, and sometimes it seemed like no answer was coming. But what you didn't realize is that while you were waiting for God, He was preparing you. For what? To bear the weight of the miracle, to receive a great blessing, for the responsibility of carrying more light. Some people long for the crown, but they don't accept the call. However, you have already paid the price with your tears, your silence, and your patience. Now the heavens will honor what you have endured in silence. The mountain will move, not by force, but by grace. You are entering a phase where things will begin to flow without you having to chase after them, beg for them, or strive to make them happen. Why? Because God is tired of seeing you fight for doors that were never meant for you. Now the right doors will open, not by effort, but by alignment. And when that happens, people will comment. They will say, "How did they do that?" They will say, "I never thought they would get that far." They will say, "I should have treated them better." Let them talk. You are not in this phase to prove anything. You are here to receive everything. What was stolen will be returned. What has been delayed will be accelerated. What has been broken will be rebuilt even stronger. But more importantly, what has been lost in your heart will be restored. Your peace, your joy, your sense of security in the world. That innocent faith, that hope you buried, that flame that went out when life got tough. You are not just healing. You are becoming whole again. And here is a truth you have waited your whole life to hear. You no longer need to earn love. Not from people, not from God, not even from yourself. You have always been enough from the moment you were created. Your breath is proof of that love. Your existence is the evidence. You are not a mistake. You are not hard to love. You are not too sensitive, too loud, or too much or too little. You are perfectly made just the way you are. Please hold this truth close as you move forward into tomorrow, because the world will try to make you forget it. But don't let it. Preserve your spirit. Protect your light. Speak kindly to yourself when difficulties return, and remember, this message was a pact, a promise that heaven will constantly fulfill until you believe it for yourself. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to say one last thing out loud, even if your voice trembles, even if your heart still questions. Say this: I am ready now, heaven. I give you permission. Surprise me with what comes next. And you will be surprised, dear one, in the gentlest, most sacred, and unexpected ways. A message, a dream, a number, a revelation, a tranquility you forgot could exist. It will happen not because you believe you deserve it, but because you are loved, and because you finally accepted it. Thus, as I close this scroll, I return to my throne with joy in my wings, for the mission has been accomplished. You have received, you have heard heaven, you have accepted, and the angels celebrate when a heart remembers its essence. You are that heart, and heaven will never stop loving you for it. Now rest, smile again, allow the night to envelop you, for the future is no longer a cause for fear. It is something to be awaited with enthusiasm. And I, Archangel Michael, will be here when the next message manifests. You will know when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, chosen one. You are intensely loved, divinely protected, and you will never truly be alone. Even when this message comes to an end, the energy it carries will remain around you. This is how divine words work. They do not disappear, they remain, they take root, they awaken. And from this moment on, your life will not be the same. You will enter spaces differently. You will notice signs where others see nothing. You will hear guidance in the silence. You will feel presences where there was once pain. Why? Because now your eyes are open, your heart is attuned, and your soul has remembered something the world tried to make you forget. You were never ordinary, you were chosen. And when heaven chooses you, it doesn't matter who didn't notice your greatness. Now if you've come this far with me, if this message has touched something deep inside you, I want to invite you to something special. This isn't just an online community. We are a true spiritual family, united by the same light that led you to this message. In the comments below, share your story. Tell us what you learned from this video and how it affected your life. Your words may be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. When we share our testimonies, we strengthen each other and create a chain of hope that goes beyond what we can see. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because you are part of this family now, and in a family we take care of each other. More messages are on the way, more revelations being prepared specifically for hearts like yours, hearts ready to fully awaken to who they truly are. And always remember, you're not just watching these videos, you're joining a spiritual movement that is transforming lives around the world. Your presence matters. Your story matters. You matter. Welcome to the family, dear one. I can't wait to hear how heaven will surprise you in the coming days.